Hey guys, what is going on? It is Spherical here. We are back with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, episode number 9. Last time on, we had a pretty cool episode with Polnareff, kind of centered around him. He fought off Devil the Curse in his stand, the Ebony Devil. And towards the end, we found out that Calcuin may be a traitor. Maybe. We don't know for sure, but Joseph Stan says so. So, yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. A couple of things actually I looked back on last episode. First off, not just about the episode, but about the opening actually. I think I decided that this is my favorite opening out of the 3 because I actually went and listened to it a couple times, like between last episode and now, which I haven't actually done yet. And I ended up listening to it a lot more than just a couple times. But anyways, yes, I think this is my favorite opening. Again, the visuals I think were always my favorite. The song, I love it. I know we're 9 episodes in and like over a month into this opening, but I can say it now. Yeah, anyways, there's not really too much else to talk about before getting into it, so I'm gonna do just that. Let's get, this link is at the, just click the, go to Vimeo, watch it. Let's get into the episode. This might be my favorite cast of characters so far. And it's, well, the thing is, it's really kind of not fair to the first 2 parts because they didn't really have big casts of characters. Like part 1, our main group of guys were Jonathan, Speedwagon, Zeppeli, and Pockle, sort of, not really, but it wasn't very big. Part 2, it was, you know, Joseph, Caesar, Lisa, those 2 other guys that were with them that I can't remember the names of. And Smokey wasn't really that important. Speedwagon was still there, but not really important. You know what I mean? Like, the cast for part 1 and 2 were pretty small. There was like our main character, 1 or 2 friends, and some characters that were just side characters that didn't really matter too much. But here we have, you know, it's the 5 of them, right? It's JoJo, Joseph, Kakyoin, Polnareff, and Avdol, and then of course also Anne. They're a team, and they're always in it together. And it's just, I don't know, I like it a lot more than the first 2 parts where it was just kind of, again, Joseph, a sidekick or 2, that's it. Or JoJo, not Joseph, because it applied to Jonathan as well. So let's go back to what Mr. No Teeth and Broken Jaw here had to say about Dio's companions. If we go back a little bit here, because I want to dive a little bit deeper into exactly what he said. All right, hold on. Let's go a little bit further ahead. Yeah, man still has some pride. That didn't last very long. I love how right down into the business Jotaro is too. All right, so Death, Empress, Hanged Man, and Emperor. Those are 4. Keep in mind. Oh yeah, okay. No, never mind. Those are the final 4 stand users because after Strength there were 6 left. Devil was one of the 6. Then there would have been 5. This guy was one of the 5. Now there's 4 left after him. These are the 4. So Death, Empress, Hanged Man, and Emperor. Now going back, I think that lady may have said which one of them was her son, and which one of them was the, like, out of these 4 names. We know what his actual name is, but did he say? Maybe he did. Let's just keep going. So those are the 4 stand users left. I'd assume besides Dio and the old lady. There's an old hag who told Dio about stands. And her son is one of them. Jay Guile. Mr. 2 Right Hands. I also wonder, are the, I'm not sure if the whole naming, you know, thing is still going on with the show. Like, again, how the first 2 parts had a lot of names of, like, you know, classic American. There's a lot of it was like singers and bands and stuff and actors and just you know, idols, I guess. I don't recognize any from this part, though. Maybe I'm just not cultured enough. This card is Hanged Man. Yeah, okay, so he has the Hangman card. And he uses mirrors, I guess. That's what he said. He uses mirrors. Or a mirror. Okay. Anyways, I feel like that's pretty much all the information there. So, how many stand users in total did Dio send after them? Because we have those 4, this guy's 5, the gorilla with the strength card was 6, Dark Blue Moon was 7, I guess Polnareff was 8, because Polnareff was sent after them. Tower of Grey was 9. And then Kakyoin would have been 10, right? With his Hierophant Green. I think 10 in total were the amount of stand users that Dio has sent after JoJo, I think. And then, of course, I'm pretty sure that doesn't include the old lady and Dio himself. Although, we don't know that for sure. Maybe Dio's Emperor and Empress is the old lady, but I don't think so. The way he was talking, those 4 are separate from Dio and the old lady. But yeah, it's nice to have kind of an idea. Again, we knew there were 4 more stand users, but now we know their names. We know sort of the ability of one of them. We don't really know the ability, but we just know that it involves a mirror. Yeah, I enjoyed this episode. Again, I love seeing JoJo in action. In terms of raw fighting style, I think he's probably kind of a good mix of well, he's a lot more like Joseph than he was like Jonathan, but he's not completely Joseph either. He's got a little bit of his own mix to it. He's a lot more of just blunt, I guess is the best way to put it. Whereas Joseph's really crafty and stuff. He's always trying to, draw people away from what his plan is and try and tip people off and get them off his case and, cracking jokes and stuff and, next you'll say and all that stuff. Whereas JoJo, he cuts all the bullshit. There's no diversions, no nothing. His plan is his plan and he does it. Like, that's it. And oftentimes, again, like Joseph, they don't really have a plan. I feel like Jonathan was the most different JoJo so far out of the 3 of them. But I also feel like he was probably like the best as like just a person in general. I guess that's not right to say, but you know what I mean? Like he was proper, he was friendly to everybody. He was just very proper. That's like the best word to describe Jonathan. Of course, times change though too, because again, it's been like 100 years since part 1. So times change, people change, the norms change. But anyways, I'm done with this episode. As always, if you guys want early access and or the full-length versions of these reactions, click that link down in the description. It'll take you to patreon.com/sphericalfilms. And with all of that out of the way, I do thank you guys for watching. And I'll talk to you guys all on Tuesday with episode number 10 of part 3. Until then, peace out.